Time since his franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, Garoppolo. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now Gordon on first down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Here's Garoppolo tossing quickly out wide. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos will strike first here, this wild card matchup. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. Makes the score Broncos 7, Jaguars 0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds. Near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A gain of 15 brings up 2nd down at the 30-yard line. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, Sam off.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Always so many storylines when you're playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense, their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor and specifically his comments and his confidence at the press conference where he really all but guaranteed a victory.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken aback because you don't normally see that. And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He feels great about his team. But on the other hand, I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I guess what he was trying to do was fire up his team. But he has to make sure he doesn't fire up the other guys because there have been a lot of coaches made guarantees that are no longer coaching in this league.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They go play action now. Lawrence, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Lawrence letting one go deep for the end zone. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncosians are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Oh, what a move. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game. I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. A give to Williams, running right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On second down, it's Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos push further out in front. So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because, to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Robinson. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go play action with Lawrence. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
But that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
2 yards on the pickup there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Rudy Bates, 61, matchbox lights. Ready?
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne from 17 yards out. And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
That's complete. Okuwebunam. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
First down, Broncos.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by McManus is good. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Jaguars 7. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. No problem there on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air. But his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well, and he just provided one.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They run it again with Williams. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action, Garoppolo. This will be caught. Judy. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want a coach in Charles to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over. as they start out here first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
The point after is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. That's Patrick, and he's brought down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, you make sure the only guy who's going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
From the 24, Garoppolo. And that's checked down to Gordon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Garoppolo, quarterback sneak. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds with the first down as the clock ticks inside of 30 seconds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
He'll look to throw. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he'll have another first down as he gets out of bounds as well to stop the clock. So a great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title. And they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Second and 10. Back to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. He's back to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
And don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now there's the timeout, signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime. A final shot now for Lawrence. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Then Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start.